Welcome back with your morning business news. Eppel standing by live at his Skype studio. Good morning to you, Mike.
Hello, good morning. How are you?
I wish you could be out on this patio. It's lovely, fresh breeze.
It looks nice.
Yeah, it is.
It looks all right.
You know what? This is the freshest morning I've time. Very, very nice. I know we're talking about the markets this morning. Not so nice.
No, they're not. Down because we got a whole bunch of things going on today, Melanie. We've been talking about out of the U.S. this idea of yet another stimulus plan worth about $1 trillion. Well, that is stalled right now, and they've got to get it done within a day, because at the end of this month, government stimulus checks, unemployment checks, are going to run out. So they're looking at a short-term fix for that. So that's one thing investors are worried about this morning. And the other is the fact that today is a massive day on the earnings calendar, busiest day of the year, in fact, with the biggest names in tech reporting results. Now, it'll happen after the close of trade, but everybody's kind of worried about what the likes of Apple and Amazon and Google and Facebook will actually report on their pandemic quarter. So tomorrow might be even more volatile. And we're coming off the big testimony yesterday in Washington involving the CEOs of those four companies, and they were grilled related to the size of their enterprises, and each one was talking about their own competitive pressures within their respective businesses. It was kind of interesting, actually. Mark Zuckerberg at Facebook was the most combative, I suppose, against others on the panel, including Google and Amazon, related to advertising. So, you know, and the Republicans were saying that these companies were throttling information related to conservative ideas, and the Democrats were saying they were all too big and potentially need to be broken up, and it's going to go through, a number of other hearings going forward.
Yeah, some massive discussions ahead, that's for sure. Let's talk more profits. I know you're following some big ones from Samsung.
Yeah, Samsung's earnings were up 23%, which is not a big surprise, because Samsung is actually one of the world's largest maker of computer chips. And what have we been talking about? People upgrading their technology. So smartphone sales have been strong. Desktop and laptop computers have been very strong because of work from home. At the same time, however, you know, we talk about the smartphone space. Who's the biggest? Who's the number one seller? It's actually Huawei out of China. Huawei's been in the spotlight related to 5G technology. At the same time, however, it's a massive seller of smartphones because it's got a lower price point, and that makes it attractive to a lot of customers.
We've been talking a lot about back to school, but it's also a lot of talk about back to work and whether or not people will be physically going into those office buildings. We know a couple big banks putting a bit of timeline on there now. Yeah,
TD and the Scotiabank saying not before the end of the year, and then maybe further into 2021 before getting people back to downtown offices. And the implications for this, of course, Melanie, you go through the path, the underground of Toronto, you know, those shop owners down there are looking for those towers to be filled with employees coming down to have lunch or what have you, and that's not happening anytime soon. So we're, again, extending and pushing forward when we look at a normalized situation for so many Toronto businesses that are offshoots or feeders to these big office towers in the downtown core and elsewhere, wherever the big banks have office space.
You got it. You'll definitely see the effect. There's so many small shops down the path. Finally for you, Shopify continues to go.
Yeah, Shopify has been amazing. You know, it's this e-commerce support company out of Ottawa. It is Canada's most valuable company now, and saw its stock price yesterday hit a record high because their revenue sales doubled in the second quarter. They had a profit, which is remarkable for an early stage tech company, and they're just looking to grow by leaps and bounds. The share price at one point yesterday was up 13%, and already, remember, it is Canada's most valuable on the TSX.
Absolutely. All right, we've run out of time, but thank you as always. One day, my friend, you'll be up here on the patio.
That'll be cool.
Be nice to see you in person.
There you go. Thank you.